Hey guys, hope you're all having an awesome day. So we're gonna do a check-in and see kind of what is going on for the next few days. I did a reading, I think it was on Saturday. That was what was the energy from then until Wednesday. For some reason, it wouldn't post on Instagram, but it did post on my YouTube. So if you go to the link in the bio, they're all my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. They all have the same link, and it goes down. It has all the different pages and things that I have on there. If you subscribe to YouTube, for the most part, they usually always post on there. So it's kind of annoying because I do it on both. I try to post I post exclusively to Instagram. Sometimes YouTube posts shit that Instagram won't. So, but yeah, I definitely had some messages in there. So there's been a lot of chaos. If you notice, I've kind of been not really posting as much when I'm going through my own emotional stuff, or I have, personal stuff going on. I don't really post as much. My energy's been so all over the place, up and down, with like clearing some really old stuff and really deep stuff. And for me personally, I know other people are going through this as well, where their emotions and energy is kind of like chaotic. It's like, I feel like this and I feel like this, and it's just, nothing really is fully, there's not really a full understanding. Sometimes there is clarity, but there's not totally a full understanding. So if you are in that energy like I am, like it's okay, like it's completely normal, you're not mentally insane, you're not going crazy, like you're just clearing a lot. And I've started to notice what actually is coming up for me, and like how I actually am releasing energy. So it's not even just thoughts, it's feelings in my body, where I feel like back 5 years ago, where I feel like when I was a little kid, the energy from back then, and it's like this releasing of the actual energy, not just the thoughts. Sometimes it's just the actual energy, and I'm pretty in tune with it, so I can tell the difference between, like an energy, a fear, like intuition, all that stuff. So if you have a lot of that coming up, try not to hold on to any of the thoughts coming up with it. You can process them, you can release them, but try not to hold on to them as like truth or fact, especially because it's so like up and down right now. It's so like chaotic and erratic. So just make sure you're doing things to take care of yourself, make sure you're grounding yourself. Anything that you can do that's really going to help you with feeling better and actually processing and releasing. That a lot of you are going to be getting answers. You're saying fears are coming up, and a lot of you guys are going to be getting answers and clarity soon on some of the fears you've been working through for like the last year. Some of you is last like year to 2 years, but there's going to be some type of clarity and understanding, and they're showing me like epiphany. So there's going to be some type of epiphany or some type of resolution and answers. Specifically, I'm getting the last 1 to 2 years for stuff. So, you're going to be getting some type of understanding, clarity, some type of closure in a situation. So I'm sure you're going to know exactly what that is if that's for you. Wow. The first two cards that just came out are the Magician and the Wheel. The Magician flew out. Holy shit. Wow, I feel like I'm going to cry for some reason, but not like sad tears, like good tears. I don't know. We got 5 of Ariel on the bottom. I'm getting this feeling of like sadness, like aloneness, a lot of inner child wounds of feeling very alone, feeling very sad, feeling very misunderstood, not really heard. It's almost just like you're trying to vocalize your feelings or your emotions or something, and it's like nobody can understand you or hear you. So some of that might be coming up now as well. Sometimes people aren't going to understand you, if they've never been through an experience, or it's not something that they've heard about or been through. It's hard for somebody to really understand or empathize. So, sometimes it's frustrating. Try to vocalize it as best as you can, but also don't hold on to like there's something wrong with you or anything like negative because somebody can't understand your pain or what you're going through or something. Or try to reach out to somebody who will actually understand you, who maybe has been through something similar or something like that. Okay, we got the Magician, the Wheel, 3 of Ariel, 9 of Raphael, the Star. Got a lot of major arcana as we got 3 on the top row and 2 on the bottom row, and I pull 5 for each row. That's weird, I normally pull 4. We got New Beginnings, 6 of Raphael, Page of Ariel, 7 of Michael, Justice. So it's really interesting. We got the 2 major arcanas first and then 5, and it ends with 1. On the bottom row, we got 1 that starts and 1 that ends, and we have 3, the Ariels literally right in the middle. So that's really interesting. It definitely feels like You guys, look, we got like the Magician and the Wheel both say successful beginnings, new beginnings, and then you got the new beginnings card underneath. So there definitely is some type of fresh start. There is definitely something they're saying in the next like 3 to 4 days about that's going to shift, that is going to help you have new beginnings. You might not notice it's a new beginning at first because of the clearing and releasing that you're doing, but you should feel an energetic shift where things feel better or more grounded, or you start feeling more like yourself. So it's easier almost to deal with rather than kind of like the chaos that's been coming up. I'm not sure when the full moon is, but they're saying there's something, and then they're saying the 27th. I don't know when the full moon is, but something pretty significant. I'm getting the 27th of July. There's gonna be something pretty significant coming for a lot of you, 27th, 28th. So don't hold on to the date. If you know it comes up for you, it comes up for you. 111, if you've been seeing that a lot, there's definitely like spirit giving you signs that new beginnings are coming, even if you maybe don't feel it right now, or you feel kind of in this like chaotic imbalance, you know, energy. There are new beginnings, like you are actually manifesting and shifting. So basically what I'm getting from spirit is like a lot of the energy and things that have been coming up have been actually doing that to shift you to come to this grounded place, to actually be open to receiving these new beginnings, to release trauma and things that have kind of held you back, so you can actually have a stable, successful foundation in a new beginning that you truly desire. One that's going to be solid, one that's not going to fall apart, or bad things are going to wreck it, because like maybe in the past, you know, you've self-sabotaged, or you haven't really fully received like love, or haven't felt worthy or deserving, or felt confident enough for relationships or jobs or things like that. So you're breaking down, we've been talking about this a lot, you've been breaking down the foundation and all these areas that kind of hold you back and have held you back. And I'm getting a lot of unconscious and subconscious things are coming up to the surface to release, so you can heal them, so you can stop living out of trauma, stop living out of ego, stop living out of defense mechanisms and unhealthy coping skills, and come into your truth and authenticity, and stop ignoring some of your pains. Like it's almost like some of you guys mask it in a certain way it could be through alcohol, it could be through social media, through watching TV, through even relationships. And spirit is like, you're not going to be able to distract yourself anymore. Like we are literally pulling this shit up whether you like it or not. So if you've been trying to distract and nothing's distracting you, it's because it's not supposed to, because you need to actually sit and face all of this. And sometimes it's also like where you blame a lot of other people, like where you were maybe the victim of like abuse or domestic violence or things like that, but then there's things within you that happened out of reaction or out of the trauma from those experiences. So it's also taking accountability and responsibility, how maybe you have some unhealthy thoughts or unhealthy behaviors or unhealthy coping skills, and holding yourself accountable so you can acknowledge them and release them and not make those choices again. So there's a lot of shifting going on, and it is bringing you to a new beginning. It is bringing you to that manifestation. And for a lot of you, I'm seeing August, September, like that's when it's going to start coming through. Like that's when you're going to start seeing kind of like the fruits of your labor. I still feel like a lot of you aren't going to fully see it until like February and March of next year. But it seems like you're going to have some of the stuff come in August and September. Even if it's like, some of you, it feels like almost like relationship. I'll give you an example, like a relationship where you might have a new relationship come in August or September, but it's not necessarily like a lasting one, like a soulmate or some type of better relationships going to come in like February, March-ish, April, depends on, you know, your situation or person. So don't hold on to everything literally, just allow it to be. This is just from spirit. Like, so it might just be like a temporary relationship to kind of help you with growing more, getting more balance, like learning more. So this way, when the other relationship comes in, you know exactly what you want. You really know what you want. You don't settle, you don't accept less. And it's going to give you some type of, it almost feels like you and the other person are going to have some type of understanding about wanting to be together or something. Like it's almost like you guys are unclear, like you know you want to be together, but there's so much shit and baggage standing in the way, and so much uncertainty and so much like up and down emotions with each other that it's going to give you some type of understanding or clarity. It's not toxic relationships. It's very specifically not toxic relationships. It has a lot to do with, it feels like this soul love almost. it's like they're like, don't hold on to it if it's toxic shit, because that's not what they're talking about. It's like this soul love where you have this great friendship and this great bond, and great communication, and like you can have fun with them, you can talk to them, like everything feels great, but for some reason you can't get to the next level, like both parties can't get to the next level. So it almost feels like some type of temporary relationship coming in to trigger both of you, to help both of you heal something, for you to really like get this finalized thing. And I keep seeing like February, March, and then I see some of you April. So again, don't hold on to it. You know, that message may or may not be for you. Only time will kind of tell. If you kind of feels like it resonates with you, then it might be for you. You know, like spirit would be giving you signs probably of that. And I just saw bluebirds or blue jays, so it could be something to do with that. So we have 3 of Ariel, 9 of Raphael, the star. Spirit is saying it's really important for you to do things that you love and stand in your power, even if you don't really feel like doing them because there's just a lot of shit going on. Like, it's important for you to really look at the positive things in your life and look at the enjoyment in your life and start doing it anyway. And it's not doing something out of alignment. It's doing something that's going to help you get your mind off of shit and make you feel good. Like, where you're doing things in a healthy way. Like, so if you're painting, like, it's going to help you, you know, creatively express your emotions and feelings and things like that. It's not something to ignore everything. It's actually to help you blossom and open your sacral and, you know, open even like your solar plexus with your confidence and things like that. So I love how we have the Magician. You can manifest anything you want in your life, you know, things you need magically appear. And then we have the 9 of Raphael, make a wish, dreams become a reality, a joyful time in life. Then we have the Star card that falls at a dream come true. So you have literally 3 cards that are talking about new beginnings, and you have 3 cards that are literally talking about what you want to manifest in your dream coming true. And so this is like really just a sign from spirit that like, and 917 might be relevant to some of you guys for some reason. You might be seeing 17 a lot. I've been actually seeing it a fucking ton, but like, there is some type of significance. They want you to know that like you are releasing, you are letting things go, and there is some type of balance coming in. Just stop holding on to all the thoughts and ego coming up. Like, a lot of your shit is ego, and even though it seems like one way, it really has a lot to do with your past and releasing old thought patterns. And it's like you're releasing through, or you're purging through current situations for your past. That's why it seems like nothing really makes sense. If you don't understand it, that's why. Jeez, I just got like this heavy ass energy. So we have new beginnings. Yeah, there's something, and it's finding your purpose, forgiving and compassionate review of the past. A lot of you guys are going through past trauma, past relationships, past situations, just the past in general, where you're releasing this for new beginnings to come. With the 6 of Raphael and Page of Ariel, what I actually get is this inner child healing, where it's going to help you with where your inner child has felt all this trauma, anxiety, fear, and all this stuff. It's actually going to help you come back to center, where you're going to feel this happiness. You're going to feel this childlike excitement. Oh, I can't wait for this day. You're going to feel this childlike excitement. You're going to feel this like sense of wonder, sense of peace. Some of you guys have maybe like not been wanting to do things you're interested in or hobbies. Maybe some things change. A lot of you guys might be feeling like you're not even sure who you are, what you like, what you want anymore. All of this is teaching you stuff, and all of this is releasing all these old patterns and conditioning and stuff like that. And if you remember, I posted at the beginning of July, like the destructions here. Like, all of this is to literally break down the fucking unstable foundation, to bring in stable foundation. So there's a lot of teaching. Some of you guys, this is you actually reaching out to others and leaning on others. Maybe you struggle with that because maybe you've had people in your life or things like that who have left, or people who have made you feel very alone, not really stood up for you, not really had your back, or you've felt like you've had to kind of do everything yourself. And there's some type of shift or balance with this, where it's like you're, you know, becoming closer with certain people to help you with healing this, realizing it's okay to reach out to people, you know, it doesn't make you needy or like whatever, like it's actually okay. There's never ever been anything wrong with actually doing that and asking for support and guidance. So some of you guys are learning that. For some of you, it feels like a balance in like karma. Like, it's almost just like you've been trying to be this good person, or trying to be the, you know, not change who you are because of somebody else, and you've been really trying to heal yourself and work on yourself, and it almost feels like there's a balance coming where the other person's going to like kind of see this, but like it's like what I'm hearing from spirit is like almost a little too late. It's like you've been trying so hard, and then it's just like you're done with it, and it's almost just like this sense of relief for you to see like your worth and like it wasn't you, and like you don't need to prove yourself, like that this person, like it almost feels like some karmic relationships, like you're in, this is not for everybody by the way, but it almost feels like some type of karmic relationship that you've been in that's ended recently, or it's going to end soon. It feels like most of you it already ended recently. There's going to be some type of clarity or something, but it feels like you've been trying to fight for a person. Mostly it feels like a person, and it's like you're done fighting because you're starting to actually see your value and your worth, and like you're starting to see that you guys were like codependently attached to each other because of your own trauma and unhealthy things. Some of you guys I'm seeing are, they're showing me a spider for some reason. Some of you guys I'm seeing are really struggling with this right now, but Spirit's trying to help you with releasing some type of energy with this, so you will get clarity, like it will get easier. Just try your hardest to trust the process and ask for help from Spirit if you need. All right, we got recognition and reward on the bottom. See, another 17 card came out, and we got 7171 technically. Definitely, I don't know if the 17 something's gonna happen. I was seeing that for a while, but like that. Okay, so we have fertility, obstacles and challenges, heart chakra, memories of love. Feels like a lot of you guys are learning to come into your heart center and release this, and really learning how to work through obstacles and challenges, work through past traumas, fears, like really getting a great understanding of like your own subconscious and unconscious patterns based on your past is what I'm getting more than anything. It's like you are learning how to do that, and even though you might be struggling at this time, it is actually bringing you this internal strength. And they're saying I have the tiger, and they're showing me a lion. Like it is actually bringing you this strength to change it. So it's like breaking it down to actually rebuild it and change it. We got heart chakra, memories of love. A lot of you guys, this is releasing. This is just releasing things from your heart that you've been holding on to. People that are not good for you, situations that are not good for you, parents that are not good for you, friends that are not good for you, you know, standing in your truth of what is actually good for you. And a lot of you guys are going to have a period of reflection where you're seeing people and situations that were not good in your life that you're holding on to because of your own ego, because of codependency, because of trauma responses, feelings of unworthiness, feeling not loved, all of those things. And you're actually going to release this in some way. They're showing me, and they're showing me the 27th again. It almost just feels like this cleansing energy maybe is coming on the 27th, where it's going to be this big release. And I'm seeing somebody crying and just like this like huge sigh of release, like where you're just like, things are going to be okay. Like just this clarity, things are going to be okay. And I heard epiphany again. So, all right, we got financial, material, changes, patience, choose wisely. A lot of you guys, it feels like you're feeling stuck. You're like not sure with, I'm hearing commitment. So relationship wise, what you want to do. Also job, some of you, it's like traveling or moving. It feels like you're not really sure what to do, and you're kind of like trying to figure it out. And they're showing me the seesaw again. It's like you're trying to figure it out, but you really have no understanding. And Spirit's like, be patient. The answer is going to come to you at the right time. Like it's not the right time to make a decision. If you have no clarity and you're really imbalanced, you're probably clearing something, or you're in the middle of a lesson, or you're learning something. Have patience and trust the process. The answer will come to you at the right time. Like you don't need to figure it out today. All you need to figure out today is, what do I feel in this current moment? If there's triggers coming up, what do I need to learn from this and heal? What do I need to release? How can I stand in my power? What can I do that honors me and my truth and my needs, and like self-love, self-care? That's it. We got hope and love begins. So I love that these came out. This is like the star card. Literally, hope and the star card are very similar. It's like a dream come true. Love begins. For some of you, it is definitely a soulmate relationship. They're very specifically saying romantic soulmate relationship. I'm getting nothing other than that. Some of you, it can be a deepening in your relationship and a connection and starting a family. And, you know, we got fertility, so having a baby. Moving on, some of you, it's really just opening yourself up to receiving love and holding out hope that that right person is going to come for you. Some of you, it definitely feels like a shifting in your relationship where you're going to deepen your connection by having more emotional conversations with each other and growing like this understanding, acceptance, and like unconditional love. And you're going to see with your person, if it's a soulmate, that you have a lot of the same traumas, the same feelings. You maybe went through different situations than each other, but you have a lot of the same emotions and trauma and things that are coming up. Yeah. Okay, hold on. We got energy on the bottom. I'm laughing because I was doing like I was on the phone with my friend yesterday. I was doing like a reading for them, and then I was doing one for myself, and literally some of the exact same cards came out. That's why I'm like laughing. So there's a lot of collective shifts, a lot of collective energy changing. So we got signs in divine masculine on the sides, and where I guess we're doing it like this, and we got relationships and connection in the middle. So for a lot of you, and like I said, soulmates coming in, literally relationships is two hearts joining, love, soul integration, and soulmates. Romance, changes in your relationships, balance and unity, collective healing. We got connection, nurture your relationships, changes in your relationships. Soulmates are coming in. Be of service to others, follow your mission, stand up for what is right, connect with others, making friends. Feels like a lot of you guys, soulmate, like I said, I've already said that, like soulmates are coming in, and I keep seeing like next year for some of you, but I just heard March again. So for some of you, but it's like, it's starting to already trickle in. You're starting to already feel the energy of this person. If you haven't already, you're starting to feel it. For some of you, it is just like a deepening in your current relationship. But a lot of you who are single, it's like a soulmate is coming in. It almost looks like they're waiting for you to complete a lesson to come forward or something. Like to end a cycle or something. Like they're literally sitting and waiting for you. And you got the divine masculine and the signs. So it's like you're already getting signs of this. You're like, and I'm getting specifically, most of you are the feminine watching, like you're already getting signs that this person's coming in or some type of shift is changing within your relationship. Pay attention to the signs. They're specifically saying songs, messages you're reading, things that you're seeing. And they said like the past messages are coming back to bring you clarity. Even though it might not be in this current moment, it's going to be in the future. Just try to accept and release control. Like you already know the truth in your heart, even though all this is coming up right now. So we have confidence and empathy. This is really being patient with yourself. You are going through a lot. There's a lot of things going on, and have confidence with yourself. Some of you, a lot of stuff is coming up to actually help you get into your confidence, to help you stand up for yourself, to believe in yourself, to release codependency, to release attachments, to realize your worth, and to stop settling for less than you deserve. But it's also being empathetic toward other people and yourself, being patient that we're all going through difficult times. And even if somebody's getting irritated with you or you're getting irritated with other people, like being empathetic toward yourself and them, and know that like a lot of people are struggling right now, and to be kind to yourself and others. I'm also hearing be patient. Patience is seriously important right now. We got happiness and processing on the side. I love this because we got the other happiness card. We got the star card, which is kind of very similar. It's finding happiness in yourself, and this very much feels like the inner child card, where I said like you're releasing all this stuff to come back to that happiness within yourself, the inner child. So a lot of these things are coming up for you to release, so you can actually come to a state of happiness, so you can come to a state of appreciation for the good positive things, where you're actually accepting. Like if somebody compliments you or somebody shows you love, where you're not questioning it, where you're not pushing it away, where you're not sitting there and you're like, do they really love me? Do they care? Are they lying to me? Are they telling me what I want to hear? Like all that type of stuff, like where you're really like, oh, they do love me, and you can energetically feel it. Some of you guys, I'm hearing like, we're still in the void, a lot of us, but you're going to be coming out of some of it soon. So now I'm hearing February, March again for this. So there's something having to, this is what they're saying, there's something having to do with you needing to connect to the human part and really holding with that, rather than connecting so much to what your soul is feeling, because you're a human too, and you need to go through the emotions as a human and learn what you need to learn. And the more you have clarity, the easier it is to go through it. So it's like you're spiritually bypassing. So a lot of you guys are in the void and still in the void, but they're saying like August, September again. So I don't know. They're confusing the shit out of me, to be honest with you. Like maybe they're just doing that to trigger people. I don't really know. They're saying like you're going to have some type of clarity or epiphanies in August, September, but something big is coming for you. Like big changes are coming for you next year, like February, March-ish. So, try your hardest to accept, trust the process, just let things be what they are. And if you're really struggling, ask for a sign from spirit, ask for something very specific, and they'll give it to you to give you some type of reassurance or clarity, as long as it doesn't bypass a lesson you need to learn. And if you learn the lesson, they'll give it to you like after the lesson. So anyway, I hope this message helps, and wish you guys so much love and light, and I hope you all have an awesome day.